The year was 1934. Audiences were flocking to theaters to see Shirley Temple in her first movie, singing about the good ship Lollipop. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act of 1934 into law. And even though it was the middle of the Great Depression, Yankee baseball star Babe Ruth signed a contract for the unheard-of salary of $35,000. In the midst of all these major events, it may not have caused much of a stir when a young lady arrived in May of that year at Muskogee, Oklahoma. But as she grew, she developed the traits that would one day make her a deserving recipient of the Poteau Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Contribution Award. After graduating from Muskogee High School, she went on to earn a bachelor's degree in art education from Northeastern State University, and in 1961, she and her young family moved to Poteau to begin a new life.
When she and my dad, Dr. Kent Alexander, moved to Poteau in 1961, they were kind of your typical 1960s young married couple. I was one at the time when they moved here, and I call it her Martha Stewart aqua blue period. She was very much, they both were very much influenced by, I think, the politics and the culture of the time, very much into public service. And then things changed in the 70s, and she decided she wanted to go a different direction, and she and my dad divorced. And I call this kind of her I'm going to go back to school and find myself period. And she decided to go get a degree in counseling. Once again, trying to help others. And so went back to college and got her master's degree in counseling. Eventually, I think, taught some psychology and counseling courses out at Carl Albert for a while. And so we always kid that my father, who's a doctor, tried to fix us with pills and shots, and my mother tried to put us through psychoanalysis. So those kinds of things. And then finally, her final period was what we call the Brady Bunch period, and that's when she remarried Riley Smith, and we kind of joined two families together.
We've been married about 35 years. I was married previous to that, and I have 2 daughters, and she has 3 children. So we put 5 together, and they've all done very well. We have some of the best kids that you could have, I guess, because they're real fine.
When my mom married Riley Smith, it was an instant success as far as a blended family. And David and I were thrilled to get 2 older sisters, 2 wild and crazy teenagers. And oh gosh, our mom would let us stay up late. Melissa worked at KFC, and she'd let us stay up late when she got home from work. She'd bring all this fried chicken, and we would just swarm her. And that was always fun. But you know, mom knew. It was summertime. She just let us stay up late. But the family, we made a blended family work.
She became much more adventurous. Riley was very adventurous and convinced her to travel a great deal, and so she kind of calmed down on the everything being homemade, and she became a much more adventurous mother, which was a lot of fun.
Mom is always one that will be there for you if you need anything. She's always interested in helping others, and the family is always benefiting from that willingness to help.
And while Carol has always had a full life as mother and wife, it doesn't stop there. She has also had and is having a tremendous influence in almost every aspect of her community.
She was my Sunday school teacher that period for 2 years, and then she also worked with the high school youth a couple of years after that. So She was very, very influential in my life. I know she's done a lot of things with the library, of course, her church women's group. I think she's probably been in a garden club. I couldn't tell you just everything she does because she's really community minded.
Oh, she's very involved. She's the best one down there, I tell you. She teaches Sunday school class. She's been teaching Sunday school class for years, many years. She also is very active in the Christian women's movement, and she does about everything that you could do in the church. My dad used to say she was a stem winder. So she gets things done.
Anything that was a benefit to the community or would advance the culture, and she was an advocate for the arts, all forms, and humanities also. And the only thing I could tell you more about would be that always had an excellent relationship with working with her, and she was a tireless worker. I don't know where she got all the energy.
In 1979, Dr. White met with a group of people in the community trying to find ways that they could help Carl Albert State College grow. And as a result of that, the Carl Albert State College Development Foundation was established. And its goal at that time, and it's still its goal today, is to be a residential campus. It's to provide scholarships for its students and to improve the academic quality of the education the students received. So right away they started looking for trustees in the community who would meet those requirements, and someone that was dynamic, well-liked, had an interest in education, and they didn't look far until they saw Carol Smith and knew she would be a perfect match for the trustee. And Carol accepted as a trustee and has served since that time to present. Whenever the first dorm was built on the campus in 1985, I believe, it was the Bill J. Barber Scholar Center. The trustees decided that they all needed to adopt scholars to provide additional support for them. And Carolyn Riley stepped forward, as did the other regents and trustees. And Carolyn Riley have adopted a scholar at Carl Albert State College every year since 1985. So they have personally been responsible for 27 students.
Carol decided after her family was raised, that she would go in business for herself, and I think that's a wonderful adventure for a woman to have the guts to do something like that and the fortitude and to do it. And she had a very successful business called the Scissortail Fine Arts. And I don't know if everybody realizes how involved Carol was with art in Oklahoma, and that's why she named her business Scissortail, because that's the state bird of Oklahoma. And she was selected to be on the board of Arts Council for the state of Oklahoma, and would drive to Oklahoma City every month or so to be on that council and represent this part of the area. And from then she became involved in Elder Hostel. And Elder Hostel is sponsored here at the Carl Albert State College.
She has no idea how special she is. She just does what she does and doesn't think about getting rewards. She's just beautiful on the inside and out.
I think that she is going to never stop doing something for others. And the marvel is that she's done it and balanced being a mother and a wife and a community volunteer all at the same time. I know that at times she feels like she never sits down, she never stops, and she says, one of these days I'm going to take it easy. It's not going to happen. She's going to keep going and keep going. She's like the Energizer Bunny. It never stops.
Wife, mother, businesswoman, church and community leader, and volunteer. Carol Smith has made a big difference in so many ways for so many people. And all agree she is very deserving to be the 2013 recipient of the Poteau Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Contribution Award.
She will, I'm sure, be completely surprised and taken aback by this and feeling that she's undeserving. But she deserves every bit of it. She's been a wonderful mother to all of us. She's influenced all of us, you know, David, Mary Beth, Melissa, Melinda, all of us greatly. We are partially who we are because of her and Riley's and our parents' guidance, and we're very proud that she's being honored with this award, and it's very much deserved.
I think she may be a little surprised that she would be nominated for this, but I don't think any of us really are, because she has really lived her life in helping others and service to others. And so I think she's really deserving of this, and I'm so pleased that she is receiving this recognition.
Surprise. We just love you and appreciate all that you've done for all of us.
Carol would be a good recipient of any kind of award that would be related with helping the Poteau community, the community in general, because that was the thing that you could always tell about Carol, or I could always have that feeling, that she wasn't working for anything other than that community. Even when she had her own business, you know, she was still doing everything she probably could.
Well, Carol, I'm real proud of you. You're doing such a wonderful job in our church and in life. And I'm glad to be your friend.
Carol, you're a special friend. Once in a lifetime, you meet someone very special who touches your life in a beautiful way. And you're that someone special. Thank you for so many beautiful years of friendship. I love you.
Carol, I love you. You've really meant a lot to me in my life, and I know that the prayers that you have said for me and sent up, that you're a true prayer warrior, and I appreciate everything you've done, not just for me, but for the community and other people. And you've done it out of love, not for just all credit. And congratulations.
Congratulations, Mom, on the award. I'm not surprised. When they told me, I was not surprised that you won this award. You deserve it, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you.
She's just a real fine lady and is pleasant to be around. We don't have many arguments, but she always wins out. She's just kind of one of those super people. She's the best.